Hello, dear daughters. Welcome to today's video that's going to be a little bit different. Today, we're just going to hang out during Abby's nap. If you don't know Abby, she is my beautiful 1.5-year-old daughter. She's amazing. And when she goes down for a nap, it's like I have this moment of peace where I'm like, oh, I can relax. Like I've got a candle on, I've got some worship music. But then at the same time, I really miss her because she makes life really fun. It's just, that's the funniest thing that happens as a mom. So I thought that we would just spend nap time together. I have a few things that I want to get done. Sometimes with nap time, your kid could just wake up early and you don't really get anything done, and that's okay. But we're just going to see what I can get done. So some random things I want to do is I need to feed my sourdough starter. A lot of you guys have questions about bread and how I do it, so just thought I'd bring you along for that. Oh, first I need to eat lunch. So first on the list is eat lunch, do the sourdough starter. My small group's gonna come over to my house tomorrow and we're gonna celebrate Galentine's Day. We're also gonna celebrate someone's birthday and an engagement. Yes, queen. So I thought it would be cool. I've already done a few of them. I'll show you them later in the vlog. I'm making homemade watercolor bookmarks for each of my girls with a little Bible verse that reminds me of them or the season of life they're kind of going through right now. So I want to finish the watercolor bookmarks, and that might be all that we get done for nap time. If I'm able to prep my nails to be painted later on today, I would love to do that, but that might be unrealistic. So those are my goals. We also might make some caffeine. We might not. We might just stick with the coconut water. I'm drinking coconut water. It's the best electrolyte ever. Don't sleep on it. And for lunch, we're having grilled chicken, taters, and salad. So first I'm going to eat my lunch, and then we will get to doing stuff, okay? First task, to feed our sourdough starter. I was at Christian's parents' house, so I stuck this in the fridge. You can actually put your starter in the fridge, like if you're going on vacation. Because I know some people that didn't want to start sourdough because they were like, well, you have to feed it every day, and if I go on vacation, like, what am I going to do? You literally just put it in the fridge, and when you get back, you just feed it again. So that's what we're going to do. But when I first take it out of the fridge, I want to feed it like more than I normally would. You would normally do like a 1:1:1 ratio, or depending on like the altitude, you might change that. I do 1 part discard, 2 part water, 2 part flour, but we're gonna do a little crazy right now because we want to make this guy happy. I actually wrote on the bottom how many grams the glass is so that I could just put this on here and know kind of how much I have. So I'm actually gonna do like 10 parts water or something crazy like that, or 5 parts water. So if I have 10 grams of discard, then I'm going to use 50 grams of water and 50 grams of flour. Okay, so this is 329. Put that in here. And then this lives in the fridge always. And that's how I make like discard cinnamon rolls and lots of stuff. Discard bread sometimes. Okay. See how many grams that is. Still too much. Okay. It's a lot of measuring and math, but once you get used to it, it's not that overwhelming. I was very intimidated by sourdough at first. So I almost didn't even start it, and then I almost quit in the first week because, I don't know, I just felt crazy. But now it's all good. And it's easier. Okay. We're literally not going to have much in here at all. I'm going to, oh, shoot. Should I put in a little more of that? Yeah, I think I took a little too much out. Hold on. This is math. Math is hard right now. You know what we're going to do? We're going to change this. So this is measuring heavier than it really is because it has some dried discard around the edges and it has some paper towel stuck on it. So we're gonna just start from 0. Let's do 10 grams. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it says 11, but that's fine. So this guy is our discard. So you're not throwing that extra away. You use it later for tons of other recipes. If you want some of the discard recipes, just let me know. Comment below. I've got tons of them. Now we're gonna do 50 grams of flour. Oh shoot. Okay, that's good enough. 50 grams of water. Oops. I did way too much. Hold on. Oh my goodness, how much extra did I do? There we go. And now we just stir it all up.
A few moments later.
Really good.
2,000 years later. One eternity later.
Okay. Then what I do is I loosely cover it with a paper towel. And then what I actually do is I put a hair tie around it. So that way it's still kind of breathing. You don't want your container to be like completely shut. I might could bake with this tomorrow. You want it to like double in size because that means the fermentation's working. Task 1 complete. We fed our sourdough. Now time to clean up this mess. Okay, so these are the watercolor little bookmarks that I've been making for my small group. I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one, and I might redo this one. I don't know. It's cute. I just feel like you can't read the verse very well, but I do love the mountains and the trees, so I'm not really sure. But I put their name and a little verse, and then just kind of did some sort of like art on there. We're either going to do 1 or 2 right now. It depends how much I can get done and what I feel. So let's get to painting. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Ooh, that one's cute. Let's do this. It's like a cute little beach. I love that. That would be such a pretty bookmark. Okay, let's try to imitate this. Uh-oh, that's never happened before. The next thing I want to do, because now they're all finished, that was the one that you just saw me paint. This one is flowers, a little cross, a little birdie, because Mariah loves to sing, Manu, because she's a dancer. Oh, that one actually was my favorite. Look how cute that is. Okay. I mean, a lot of these ideas I got on Pinterest, so that's because she helps. She's a social worker, helps people. This is the cute nature one, and then the little books with flowers because she's a teacher. So they're all done. I have 8 of them. I have 8 disciples. So they're all finished and painted. And the thing is, because these are watercolor, it's such a cool idea. But unless they have some sort of protection over them, if they get wet, they're going to get completely ruined. And we don't really want that to happen. Oh my gosh, I saw that black thing right there. And I thought it was a person. It's just a coat hanging up. Anyways, okay, they're done. I don't have anything to laminate them with, like professionally, but I have some clear tape. So we're gonna see if I can make this work. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't think it's big enough. Unless I were to cut the bookmark and make it smaller, but let's just try. Let's try. Okay, I just took a piece of tape. And the problem is it's not wide enough. So I'm gonna have to like cut it somehow. That's what I have to figure out right now, how it's gonna work. It's sticking to me. So I put a piece of tape on one side, and now I'm gonna put it on the other side. So it works, but see how it's not quite wide enough? So I'm gonna have to put another piece of paper, another piece of tape. I don't know if you're gonna see the seam on it, but at this point, it's all I have. And the party is tomorrow, so we have to use what we have now. I guess I'm afraid Abby's gonna wake up. Going too fast. The last one. It's actually working and it's looking really cute, so I'm really excited. All right, little girl woke up. It's her time to have french fries and chicken. Oh, lovey. You take? Okay, I was able to laminate all of them while she was sleeping. So now if water gets on these, it's not going to be a big deal. And I'm so excited to give these to my girls tomorrow. Abby just woke up from her nap and she's watching her little Spanish show right now. I let her watch a little bit of Spanish speaking every day just to make sure that, you know, she gets a little Spanish, a little bit English. Plus sometimes she needs a little something when she wakes up. But anyways, we were able to get the sourdough fed, and then we also finished all of our bookmarks for tomorrow. Really quick, I just wanted to share something that I read this morning with you. I'm now reading The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. First off, look at this beautiful hardcover book. This beautiful green. It's one of my favorite colors. I got it at a used bookstore for like $1.25 or something crazy like that. Wanted to read a little bit of what I read this morning. I'm on day 5. Technically, you're supposed to read like one day at a time, but I've kind of been reading 2 days because some of the principles I'm like very familiar with and some I'm not. So day 5 talks about how life is a test. And sometimes when we think about tests, we can be like, God is always going to test us in some really big way. Like give you this job and be like, are you going to pray and take this job or not take this job? But then sometimes our tests are all the time. Like, how are we going to respond in a relationship? How are we going to respond in traffic? Are we going to help our neighbor if we notice they need help with their groceries? Like, are we going to be kind and truly be the hands and feet of Jesus to those around us? So sometimes tests are not always these big things. It's actually small things in how we live, because even the small decisions that we make, how we respond to people, whether or not we're helpful to other people. And I know there's a verse in the scripture that's like, don't run from your family members when they need help. And I read that once when I was like so tired and I felt convicted, and I was like, okay, I need to go help somebody and not just say I'm tired and run away. But how we're tested sometimes in these little ways. So I challenge you just to like help someone with the dishes, help them with their groceries, even something small. And it says the verse to remember is Luke 16:10. Unless you are faithful in small matters, you will not be faithful in large ones. So these small testings are actually really, really important. And that tests our heart. How is our heart in these small matters to even begin with these bigger ones? A question to consider says, what has happened to me recently that I now realize was a test from God? Like looking back, I'm like, oh, that was a test. And sometimes I'll be looking back and I think, oh, that was the test. I failed. Or, Lord, I'm so sorry. Or sometimes I'm like, oh, that was a test. Thank you, God, that, I think I passed. And the next question is, what are the greatest matters that God has entrusted to me? So when I think about that, my first response was Abby, and just the honor of being her mother, the honor to be able to teach her and have her in my home. And the second, of course, is like Christian, the honor of being his wife and not taking those things for granted. What is that? My neighbor's yelling outside. But not taking those things for granted and really realizing that sometimes the test of motherhood, a test of being a wife, the test of being a friend, the test of being a pastor, a lot of it comes to even these little things that we might not even realize if we're being tested. So anyways, that's all for today's video, because my baby girl is up and the whole point of this video was what we're doing during nap time. But since she's quiet, I figured I would just film the outro to this. But I love you guys so much. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe, please. I always forget to say that. If you've made it to this part of the video, add the emoji that's like the jazz hands. I don't know why. That's my favorite emoji. I use it all the time because I'm just like, I feel like it's me in an emoji. And maybe I'm using it incorrectly, honestly. I don't even know if I'm using it right. So people might just look at my text and be like, this girl is weird. But anyways, until next time, you guys, I love you so much. God bless you. If you like this type of video, even though it was so random, also let me know in the comments. And in the comments, let me know if you have any other ideas for kinds of videos that you would like to see. Obviously, I'm still going to be prayerful about which ones I do and don't do, but I do love adding like a little bit, you know, of some thought. So even though we were just together during nap time, you know, I wanted to read you what I've been thinking about, what the Lord's been telling me today in this book. So anyways, love you girls so much, and we'll see you next week.